So now what do I do? Well, I guess there's only one thing. There's something I'd like to know. Are you real? Can you feel?
Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing very well. If you guys are new here, then I do hope that this reading resonates with you guys and that you guys stay and subscribe. And for those of you guys who are returning, I'm so blessed to be here and I can't wait to get into today's reading. We're looking at your next big blessing, and I am very excited to see what Spirit wants to communicate for you in regards to this beautiful gift coming towards you energetically. So as usual, I will put a link to the decks that I'll be using right here, which are these decks, for those of you guys who want to energetically charge these cards or take a look at the cards within each of these decks. Then most of these decks are listed there in my playlist. And this will be a pick a card reading where we'll be pulling 3 options from the Soul Trees Oracle cards, and we'll be asking Spirit for your next major blessing. So what's coming in energetically for you? All right, so I'll put the timestamps below, and you guys are all very safe. Welcome in this space with me today, and I cannot wait, like I say, to see what it is that Spirit wants to communicate to you in regards to this beautiful energy coming through. So I'll see you guys at the card selection. All right, let's use the Soul Trees in order to select the 3 options that we're going to choose, or we're going to use for your reading. Okay, we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of the collective tapped into this reading. Spirit, for the collective and their greatest and highest good, what is the major blessing coming in? So we have 7th chakra crown for option 1, and for option 2, for their greatest and highest good, what next major blessing is coming in towards pile 2? And for pile 3, okay, so 1 wanted to reveal itself, but I do suggest you use your intuition to call you whichever pile you're feeling drawn to at this time. Okay, now I will reveal the others shortly, and if you get stuck, then you close your eyes, open your eyes, whichever one you're called to will most likely be your pile, and it's absolutely fine to be drawn to multiple piles here. Okay, I don't select what we're going to see. I'm just going to read the energy as I see fit. It is up to you to apply the energy how you resonate with it. Okay, it could be 2 aspects of self that pull through here. It could be energy around you, circumstantial. It could be other people energetically, and we're reading it as your energy. So I'm just reading energy. I don't see names on top of it. Okay, and it's up to you if it resonates or not resonates for you to stay there or not stay there. Okay, so we're looking at a next major blessing. Option 1, we have the 7th crown, or the 7th chakra with the crown. Option number 2, we have inspiration. Option number 3, we have healing. All right, so with this energy, and when you're ready, select from the timestamp below, and I will see you guys at your pick. Option number 1, you guys picked the 7th chakra with the crown chakra. And we're looking at your next major blessing coming towards you energetically and what you can expect here. So I have pre-shuffled oracle cards. I've not looked at these, and we will lay these out together to see if we can tune our intuition into this energy frequency. Use this time to see whether this pile makes sense for you. Okay, and usually we can ask Spirit what we'll see, feel, or hear to determine whether the pile is our pile or not. Okay, I don't want to deliver false information. And so if it's not your blessing, it's not your blessing. Okay, it's up to you to intuitively connect and resonate with the energy that pulls through here. Okay, my job's to read it to you. So we have the crown chakra. Immediately, I was like, yeah, you're going to be blessed with a download or some form of something coming through from the divine in way of clarity or information or like a revelation, or and maybe even like something genius coming through here from the divine, you know, like, I don't know, maybe a piece of a masterpiece or something, like a song, a book. Maybe it all comes together. Something is coming to you from the divine, but I feel like the difference here is you're going to know it. Unlike obviously everything comes from the divine. This is like truly connecting to spirit. So you could be having a vision in your meditation or your dreams, or just be hit with some information that comes through. But let's see what spirit wants to communicate. So we have walking away with 27, or the number 9. So we have some moon energy coming through with the 9. Interesting. Okay, Virgo and Cancer energy. And then we have Leo, new moon in Leo, shine. Look at all the beautiful sunflowers. All right. And then we have 49, and we have this exclamation mark in the yield sign. Yield, walk away, 49. Number 13, Scorpio energy. Also, we have some Did I just say Scorpio twice? Yeah, sorry, Scorpio and Aries. And then we have check-in. When you think about whether it is that you're pondering, take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier, excited or filled with dread? Pay attention to your inner guidance. It's always so helpful. Interesting. Okay, and then we have this bouquet. So the bouquet and the Lenormand can talk about appreciation, being gifted something, being shown appreciation, or somebody sort of valuing us or giving us accolades, some sort of reward. Okay, could be a tangible gift, like I say here. So we have the 9 coming through again. 99 is a master number, being the change you wish to see and helping humanity release what no longer serves. We have the Queen of Spades, which is the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and more sunflowers. Or at least, I don't think these are sunflowers, but they resemble them. They could be. Same look in the flowers. Okay. And then we have the widower. And he's at a grave site putting a wreath down here. Okay, but the grave here is giving me this Scorpio energy, the 13, because that's the death of something. The graveyard symbolizes the death, and the gift here. Okay, more Scorpio energy. And then we have Daggaz with the rune, and it says breakthrough, awakening. Oh my goodness. Awareness, daylight. Look at this shine, clarity as opposed to nighttime, uncertainty, a time to plan or embark upon an enterprise. Wow. All right. And then we have Anaplesis. I'll read the back shortly. Number 4. So you're in a phase of recovery. If you have been off your path, you are going to come back strong. Your passion, inspiration, and devotion will emanate expansively. A certain order of events needs to occur for your soul path to come to fruition. Commit yourself to your sacred journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. Any delay you're currently experiencing is divinely orchestrated for a loving higher purpose. Take the opportunity to rest in spiritual refuge as you ready yourself for a predestined cycle of joyful activity and desired manifestation. Wow. I'm going to leave this like this. Okay, but look at the hands holding the head here. And we have the crown chakra. Okay, there's something coming from above here. And she's just like at peace here. It's kind of giving me a 4 swords energy, which is being at rest, recovery, stillness, meditation. Okay, and then we have change with the air balloon and the horse. Horse can talk about liberation, rising above confusion here with the clouds, and of course, ascension. Okay, which could talk about this awakening and this crown chakra. Fascinating. Oops. I'm going to switch these two around. Okay. And we have this big old cockatoo. Looks like a cockatoo right on top of the bridge here. Okay, and she's walking through this gateway, and it looks like there's this archway here to cross over to the other side. This is journey over this rope bridge. So transition over a ravine here from point A to point B. Okay. And the white horse and the white cockatoo, white is always talking about the pure authentic self and the truth. It could be the clarity we're needing to see. Okay, and then we have the armadillo. Trust yourself. Oh, wow. I'll put this like this. So armadillo has a very thick shell. Okay, but this shell is blue, which could talk about authentic self-expression. So we could be expressing ourselves in order to trust whatever it is that we're wanting to run with or develop or communicate in order to create some sort of protection over our world. And we have justice, fairness, the law, and karma. I'm not reading reversals for this reading. I'm just going to pull these cards and then read them as they come out. So we have Libra energy, spirit for pile number 1 regarding their blessing coming through for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. What is their next major blessing coming through here? Thank you so much. We have the Ace of Air, which is the Ace of Swords. Inspiration, communication, adjustments. Why is this justice here? We have the Nine of Swords, negativity, worry, and sleeplessness. And finally, why is this Ace of Swords here? And we have the Two of Cups, partnership, commitment, and reconciliation. Alrighty. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel. Fascinating. It says luck, progress, and change. And we have change coming through here as well. Okay, this energy seems to be fairly straightforward, but I am going to tap into this and see what we see before I begin to channel. I'll put the timestamp below, and you guys can go straight away to your channeled message. Okay, pile number 1. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I feel like there is an energy here of what you have been experiencing in your world, which I do feel has been feeling unseen for your value, because I do feel as though you've been really feeling underappreciated, not seen, which has kind of limited your spark somewhat. It could have really been making you feel almost like, what's it for? And how do I apply myself? And how do I engage in the next step of my journey? And feeling almost like at a standstill. Okay, this is what's shifting. So your blessing is Spirit saying, things are going to change in your world, which are really going to free you from an existing energy of where you feel maybe unseen, undervalued. Maybe you've even been sort of unable to get the clarity you need in regards to which way you want to progress, and feeling stuck by either it be a situation, a circumstance, or just energetically feeling like, I feel I can't move on from this. It's almost like a curse or a gray cloud in some way. So you could resonate with another pile, though I haven't done any other pile here, but it does feel like it could be tied to another pile. So if you were drawn to another pile, you might want to go check it out here, okay? But How does this come through? I feel like Spirit is really talking about whatever you have been experiencing has been divinely orchestrated. There's a higher purpose, and this high purpose is really creating all sorts of shifts and changes in your world. One, I think the authentic self of how you communicate your truth and where you're going in a way that allows you to protect yourself and your investments and your moves and your confidence in yourself has been really impacted by this whole experience. And for all of you guys, like I say, there's been an experience in which we felt has been unpleasant, and it has been maybe drawn out or stretched out, or we weren't really sure why we were being either held captive or just feeling like I can't move on beyond this or around this or through this, or how do I push through this whole thing? And so the past is being sort of integrated into who you are, and you're moving, okay? You're moving forward. And I feel like Spirit is really coming through very strong here with on the bookends of this reading, okay? Because the crown chakra is the divine coming through, okay? And we have a download and we have our insights that come straight from Spirit. Okay, and the Wheel of Fortune is the universe. It is the divine having the wheel, and it's fated. And so the divine is saying your journey is fated by the divine. Your whole movements have been fated by the design, by the universe. Okay, and it's been designed like this for a reason. If you felt like a situation has been keeping you up, creating all sorts of stress in your world, this is changing and this is going away. Okay, and I feel like the experience we had, it was much needed, according to Spirit, in order for us to gain, and again, like I said, the truth about who we are and an ability to speak our truth and protect ourselves. Because I do feel like the protection isn't that the universe is this bad, scary place and you need to protect yourself, but the protection of your investment, meaning I have discernment. I know how to speak my truth. I know how to trust myself when it comes to making decisions where I don't have to either sacrifice myself or commit to things that I feel maybe aren't for my greatest and highest good. Maybe I carried a lot of guilt or shame, or I've been stuck in situations that were out of my control and I felt like I had no agency in my world to move forward or to leave the past behind or to make change, and feeling very much at the mercy of your environment. Now, this isn't coming through saying you were at the mercy of your environment because of your own inability to move on. This is saying you were really sort of held there by the universe until you checked the box. You saw the thing, you understood what you were needing to see. There was something that was having to come through. Okay? And you're finally going to say, I see it. And I don't know if you've already seen it and now you're just moving on. Okay, because I do feel like this is coming in very, very fast. If not, you're already like working through. It could be a series of dreams, a series of revelations, a series of understandings that come through. Okay, but Spirit is clearly saying like this must be checked off. This must be seen. This must be understood, and it must be integrated. Okay, and so this integration of this understanding allows you to move in truth in order for you to make decisions here. And so all of this has been karmic. All of this has been the universe making you see something about self so that you can align yourself to the next phase. And so it's very purposeful, your next phase here. Okay, this is walking, talking our authentic truth. This is bringing clarity, certainty to a situation, not wavering, not with doubt, not with lack of confidence, but truly understanding what we're about, what we have to offer, what we're willing to give, what we can give, and what we're not willing to sort of deal with. And so if we've had situations where we feel in our circumstances haven't reflected back to us anything that feels like it's showing me my value or like giving me appreciation, then this is really changing, because your environment is going to be something here that completely makes things right, where things have been unjust, where things might have been imbalanced, where things have been not functioning here, okay? That's coming to an end. And so I feel like Spirit is congratulating you here. And I feel like if you've checked into this pile, if you've connected with this pile, I feel like you're really going to feel this, you know, like you're really going to feel that things have been stuck for some time and they really needed to shift. And there's been profound insights. And it's like, finally, I have the breakthrough I wanted. Finally, there's movement. Finally, things are shifting and it's not stagnant. And so you might have been stagnant here for some time, you know. It's like I couldn't break free. I couldn't take that first step, but it wasn't really you. It's like Spirit saying you were not really in a position to take steps until you saw and understood. And so the phase was one of recovery, okay? And the recovery was all about whatever has been fragmented or lost along the way is now coming together in a way of your authentic self. So you could be liberating yourself to commit yourself to the path ahead. And so divine timing is in play. The delays have been happening for a higher purpose as this Spirit aligns things for you. You've really been in this transformative period. A lot of you guys had to give away a lot of stuff. Okay, now either you have to shed, give away, move on, detach, release. There's a lot of this sort of parting with. Okay. And so it could be just parting with the old version of you. That's like, who is that version? I don't even know. You know, and with this widower, we might have felt very much like we had to do it alone. The world we knew was not there to support me, was not there to help me in this position or do anything here. And so I feel like you've had to do this alone. Okay. But of course, you're never alone. Spirit was there. And it's like to see your own strength, to create your own discernment, to liberate you, and for you to see yourself from a more higher perspective of understanding and shine your light of awareness in areas where we were not really understanding the truth about who we are and what we deserve. So I feel like there's something about going after, speaking your truth, understanding your truth, and it really being this big driver here, you know. It's like, and you're totally protected here. Like there's nothing that's going to stop you, you know. And if we were really, really like frozen by our own thoughts and our own fears and our own anticipation of what could go wrong or what has gone wrong or what we've experienced, it's like, this is going away. It's like the warmth here, the light and the environment now supports me. Okay, the right people, the right relationship, the right support. It's like my external world now reflects back to me of equal value, and it makes me feel seen, appreciated, and trust, because I do feel like you could trust the people, you can trust your environment, you could trust what's unfolding, you could trust yourself. And so some of you guys, like I said, this could be an internal journey of revelation here where your masculine and your feminine have to come into balance for you to trust yourself and get grounded in a way here to be able to speak a truth, see a truth, and move forward with an understanding. Okay, and so this is what you were needing to see so that you can check off the karmic lesson in front of you. It's like, will you see the truth? Will you understand yourself from a higher perspective? Are you ready to take the next step in this journey and leave behind what no longer serves you? And no longer be tethered or attached to past situations or feeling like there's obstacles that are stopping you every 2 minutes, you know, from getting away or from moving forward, or that steal your fire. Because I do feel like we might have just lost our fire to create, to manifest, to be invested, and to be passionate about. It's like, I see, I understand. Spirit, thank you for showing me. Thank you for giving me this beautiful blessing. Thank you for allowing me to cross over to this other side where there's all this beautiful, lush garden, okay, and greenery, which is giving you life. And also, we're having to cross this ravine or this water. And so I feel like there might have been the danger of, the water is represented by the emotions here, okay? And I feel like there might have been a lot of this anxiety in regards to having to deal with whatever comes through here emotionally in a safe way that we could cross over, okay, without getting swept away, without getting to losing ourselves, losing ourselves in some way. So of course these are unfounded. You can't lose yourself in emotions. Okay, but the emotions could come up and we could feel just very overwhelmed by it. And it's like, I want to feel safe to speak my truth, to talk my truth, to walk forward in my truth, and to get to where I need to get to, where there is fruit, where there is stuff worthwhile, worth having. Going from the barren, I feel is like barren, it's dry, it's a world that's been, again, like not giving to me, not appreciating or seeing my value, to a world here that's abundant and ever giving. Okay, so I feel a lot of you guys are headed towards your soul partnership, okay, your soul family, or your creative match. Okay, like it's your creative match, meaning the thing you were aligned with or being aligned with by spirits to deliver purposefully in this lifetime is on the other side of this thing. And that's exactly where you're being karmically wed. But spirit couldn't just put you on the other side. It's like you need to, like I said, like understand and see, and not only see it, but integrate it, believe it, and allow the shift to happen without resistance. Surrender what you need to put behind and allow things to transform. Part with whomever, because a lot of you guys might have had to part with certain people in your world, okay, before spirit could bless you with this breakthrough. But it's like, I now see the light. Okay, we have daylight clarity, we have shine here, and then we have this Ace of Swords, which is seeing the truth. Okay, but I feel like we've had to traverse through difficult climate here. It's been very cold. And that, again, like I said, it's barren, it's cold, it's alone. It feels like traversing on my own. And so I wasn't inspired to even pick up the sort of truth, to speak my truth, or to understand with clarity where I was going or what I wanted. And that's like, I can speak my truth. I see it clearly. I know what I want. I feel protected. I feel safe in speaking this. And so there still might be some residue of this Nine of Swords here, which is like, if there's too much of the past that haunts me here, I might have the tendency to fall back into this Nine of Swords anxiety. Okay, but Spirit is saying this is what you're overcoming. It's like, I'm still able to move forward. I'm still able to communicate and trust and feel safe in my environment. I'm no longer doubting or held back in fear or anticipating the worst thing. And so I sit in without direction or without clarity or without the ability to free myself. And so here I go, exploring this new journey. Thank you, Spirit, and showing blessings for what it is that you have experienced, because I do feel like you've experienced something here that's been very profound. A phase of your life that you're closing the chapter on, that you're saying goodbye. And it's like, I had to learn about self-love. I had to point my nose in the direction of happiness and clarity, like these sunflowers point their noses and their faces to the sun. It's like, my happiness is now on this path, and now I'm free to go on this path and align myself with the right people or the right relationship or circumstance or creative project here that's going to unfold here. Okay, very destined, very guided. And so, like I said, we're not reading reversals here. And we have the wise counselor, looking a lot like divine guidance here. Belonging, learning, tradition. That's the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is all about commitment. It's all about a higher state of learning and what we value in our world. We create our world around our Hierophant. Okay, and so I feel like this wise counselor is talking about having the discernment, the clarity, and the support by Spirit and your intuition, which has been guiding you with all this beautiful purple. Okay, that's how Spirit talks to you, through intuition, through this beautiful spiritual energy that comes through. And it's like, I'm now wiser, and I'm now certain, and I'm now clear about where I'm being guided, which is this beautiful belonging. Okay, like I said, some of you guys, it's your soul tribe, your relationship, or belonging to a community. It's like, now I'm seen, now I'm appreciated, now I'm valued, now I'm warm and welcome, and I'm getting out of this harsh climate that's been alone. Okay, so there does say reconciliation here, and so I do feel this is like coming back to something that feels very comfortable and familiar. This is why it feels safe. Trust yourself. So it's like, I can connect to that part of myself that maybe I haven't seen in this whole lifetime because I felt disconnected, or I was too distracted by the trauma or the pain or the experiences that I had, that I couldn't see the truth. And so I had to see again, check off that I could see and understand who I truly was, what I truly wanted, come back, reconcile my energy, my masculine, my feminine, in order to move towards what's meant for me. And what's meant for you, I do feel, is like returning home. Okay. And so some of you guys might be going to school. Some of you guys might be creating a whole new life somewhere, or a whole new soul community, or a whole new relationship, or if it is an existing relationship, it's like coming together on a whole new page of understanding, or you're able to commit yourself to a relationship. Okay. So there's this belonging energy that's really coming through trust of spirit, trust of self, trust of the intuition, and through a wisdom, because the wise counselor, and as well as this Queen of Swords, is through an experience that we have, we gain the wisdom to make decisions based on our understanding. Not out of fear, but it's like, I now know, with the knowledge I have, to make wise decisions and take action on truth, and to speak my truth, and to move in the direction. It's clear. It's clear to me. I understand it. It's not confusing. Okay. Now, the only thing that could have been creating confusion is, again, fears and anxieties and worst case scenarios where I didn't trust myself, or I didn't see clearly, but now I see clearly, and now I have discernment, and now I see the balance. Okay. And so this is trust. This is you giving to your outer world, and your outer world giving to you in an equal, beautiful, balanced way. Trust and value and harmony. Okay. So, beautiful angels, this is shifting for you, and we might want to pull some timelines here, because I didn't think of that. But when is this blessing coming through? That's for the next major blessing. Okay, so next major blessing, when is this taking place? I feel like some of you guys are already in this sort of process through this transition, because it has been long already. It's been very long, and I'm seeing it's already checked off here. So I feel like you've already seen what you're needing to see or understand, but I don't think you've already stepped forward in this new sort of direction, purpose. So let's see, Spirit, for timelines for the collective. And what do we have here? Now we're going to pull a few, because there's a few people here, and so some of this might resonate for some of you guys. Okay, we might get validation on certain times where we might get downloads or confirmation on dates here. Okay, but we're really wanting to know, like, when will this next major blessing unfold here for pile one? So we have patience. It's not time yet. So I don't think you stepped into it yet. Okay, but we have 3 here, and that is the month of March, which is fast approaching here. I think you guys have been very patient, and I think this is talking about to your endurance. It's like, I've sat here, I've been patient, I couldn't move around something, or I kept getting stuck here. I wasn't able to pursue what I wanted, or be clear about what I wanted, or commit to something. So let's see, Spirit, for timelines. When is this beautiful manifestation unfolding for pile number 1? Time will bring a surprise. Time will bring a surprise. 32. So now we have a 5 here, and that's May. We could have March 5th, Okay, or we could have May 3rd. I don't feel it's out in May so much. I feel it's more spring energy. Although look at this beautiful forest, and we see that forest on this side. And so Spirit might want to keep this sort of a surprise for you, but I feel like you've been very patient with this whole thing. We'll pull a few more and see. Spirit, anything else we can know about the timeline here for pile 1 regarding this blessing? Tomorrow looks promising. Another 3. Look at these 3s, you guys. 3, 3, 3, 3. So it could be the 3rd of a month, but I am feeling March, like I said, very heavy. March 3rd keeps coming through. 3, 3. Okay, March 3rd could definitely be something. And look, it's going through this forest. Okay, but now we have a 6 here. So we have 5, 6. Let's see. We'll pull one more here. Timing for this blessing. Tomorrow looks promising. So it's indicating here that it's not right now. Okay, it's like in front of you. Spirit for time. Can we get, I'm getting these 2. Okay. So we have next couple of years, 41 with another 5. I think this thing is unfolding in the next couple of years because this isn't just a gift you're getting. I think this is rolling out your future. Your future is going to be heavily impacted over the next couple of years severely by this, with this 5. It's like changing your whole world is being uprooted here. You're leaving your past behind, okay, over the next couple of years. But definitely not this shift happening here. Okay, 56 going too fast. Slow down. Take your time. So, patience, take your time. I don't know if you had a lot of anxiety about walking away or detaching from something, or something's been very slow and making its way to you in order for you to finally see clearly, or for divine timing to finally be aligned in a way here that allows you to make decisions clearly. And I feel like Spirit is saying there's a need for you to really lean into your own trust of self. And this is your own time. Obviously, Spirit has the wheel, but your own time, meaning Spirit's not going to force you into change and into making decisions unless you reach an understanding. The ball is in your court. And so if you feel too much anxiety, if you feel pressured, if you feel it's not right, if you feel like you still can't detach yourself or see what it is Spirit's wanting you to see about yourself, or about certainty and discernment and choosing certain decisions that are more aligned with your path, then Spirit is going to slow this down. And so for all of you guys, it really depends on your own ability to work with Spirit and not resist the change or the wheel, because things are changing. And so Spirit is saying, allow divine timing to work with you. Spirit's not going to pressure you beyond your means, but you will be called to make decisions. Okay. And so I do feel like there's a need for you to really sort of be open to what Spirit's trying to show you. Because every moment Spirit's trying to show you through signs, symbols, and dreams and energy. And this will be like the download you need to make the next decision, or the clarity you need for a question maybe you're asking. Because I do feel there's a lot of questioning yourself or the decision or your own choices, and so Spirit's like, that needs to be clear. You need to button that down. Okay, but I do feel this next couple of years is definitely talking about this blessing unfolding. So I just want to see, can you look forward to in the next couple of years here? The next couple of years here. What is this next couple of years? So we have the 3 of Cups. There's that reconciliation, which is coming together with the soul tribe and the soul family, celebration, community, friendship. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. This is the work card. Again, education. And we have the Hierophant. I said some of you guys might be going to school or committing to a project, a work, okay, or a community here that you're devoting your time and your energy. And the 8 of Cups, searching, empowerment, and fulfillment. So the 8 of Cups is this walking away. Spirit is talking about, it's taken time, okay? We were really needing patience to learn to walk away from situations and circumstances here where we weren't empowered and we weren't feeling fulfilled. And over the next couple years, I think your discernment is really what comes into play here, because without this understanding, you'd be committing yourself to groups of people, your network of people, or wherever it is that you're choosing to work or hang out, or relationships you're choosing to be with. If you weren't capable of walking away, of being empowered, of completely being able to commit your energy to it, then this couldn't unfold. And this is why there was a delay. This is why things were sort of held up. So over the next couple of years, you're being asked to utilize this, like the Queen of Swords, your skill, your wisdom, your understanding, your discernment, your clarity, your truth, in order to make judgment calls here, because you will be having to make them over the next couple of years. You know, it's like the next couple of years will really shape who you hang out with, the relationships, the type of investments you're putting in, the time and the energy and the effort you're committing to projects, to this project specifically that you might be involved with. But I do feel there's, with multiple people here, it required this transformation of yourself. Okay, but again, the white butterfly, so white again, the pure self, the authentic self, the self that has shifted and changed into its form here, which took a long time. And some of you guys might have been shifting over the last couple of years, you know, like coming into this beautiful form. Some of you guys over 3 years have been really sort of manifesting this version of you. It's like you're finally free. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of 3s. So I don't know, 3 years this is taking you. So if you've already been on the journey for 2 years, then there could be another year here to go, you know. If you've already been reaching your 3, then it's like, okay, you're ready here. You walked away. 3 cards even. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of 3s here. Okay, so March, 3 years. So because we're all at different sort of stages here, but I do feel it's giving us an indicator of timeline. So beautiful angel, this is your reading. I hope this helped you guys, and I will see you guys at the next one. All right, bye-bye. Hello, pile 2. You guys picked the card of inspiration, and we have pre-shuffled oracle cards. I've not looked at these, and we're looking at your next major blessing coming in. So let's take a look at this energy, shall we? We have the temple path with the number 12. Wow. And we have the trust the universe with the first quarter moon in Aquarius. Beautiful. And then we have, wow, look at this, divine guidance with this beautiful angel here at number 2. 2s are all about balance and choices. And then we have allow. You're being asked to open your energy field and take down your walls of protection in order to allow goodness into your life. Sometimes without even realizing it, we block ourselves from the flow of life. It's safe to open yourself back up. And then we have the fish with the King of Pentacles here. So we have some Earth and some Pisces here. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Card number 34. Or the number 7. Fish are all about abundance, and fish in the shadow could certainly be a lack of direction, plunging our emotions, going through the depths of emotions here. Okay, but it definitely could be symbolizing some form of abundance, financial wealth, with the King of Pentacles. And then we have the child in the crib here. And we have the rune of Manas, the self, the individual, or the human race. Your attitude towards others and their attitudes towards you. Friends and enemies, social order. And Canas. Vision, revelation, knowledge, creativity, inspiration, technical ability, vital fire or life. Harnessed power, fire of transformation and regeneration. Wow, inspiration, vision, revelation, knowledge. And then we have this card here. It says the Oracle of Chaldea, number 37. Or the number 10. And look, her third eye is being highlighted here. Some of you guys might have been drawn to pile 1. It says ancient Chaldean magic acknowledges the multidimensional forces that affect human experience. There will always be external influences on your path. Some will be benevolent and protective. Others will be obstructive. Remember that you are always empowered to receive blessings and comforts and confront obstacles consciously and creatively. You may facilitate, no, my goodness, you may vacillate between feeling like you can accomplish anything you set your mind to and then wondering if you are to be forever star-crossed in matters closest to your heart. Do not underestimate the effectiveness and accomplishing power that comes with choosing to align yourself with the light. Practice your soul's good magic with faith. And then we have diligence, soaring above the clouds. And then we have this broken arrow. So arrows always remind me of Sagittarius, but it looks like it's sitting somewhere in a castle. This twisted arrow is broken in 2 spots. So again, this inspiration, this vision, this drive might have been very twisted here, or something was dampening your aim or your fire. Tiger, embrace touch and sensuality. Wow. Okay. So let's pull the tarot as well, and then we'll start to channel spirit. Clear and concise message for pile 2 regarding their next major blessing. What is their next major blessing coming towards them? I won't be reading any reversals with this deck. Okay, we'll just be laying them out as they and upright. Okay, so the Queen of Water, loving, giving, and psychic. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And we have the 6 of Fire, talk about inspiration, success, recognition, self-esteem. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. So, King of Fire. Wow, more inspiration here. Inspirational, charismatic, and innovative. And then we have the High Priestess, intuition, wisdom, and patience. There's that divine guidance. I feel there's room here for one more regarding pile number 2 and this next major blessing. Knight of Air, intellectual, determined, and motivated. Inspiration. Queen of Earth, gracious, practical, and capable. Okay, let me sit here with this energy and tap into what this is all about. Pile 1, there is a very strong tie, or pile 2, there's a strong tie to pile 1 here, because I do feel like you're coming back online here. Absolutely beautiful. If you feel like you've lost your magic in some way, your magic to create, your magic to drive, and there seems to be something that's dampening your spirit, you know, it could be just, I don't have confidence in what it is I want to build because I'm not fired up and I lack the inspiration and the drive and the passion and the determination to even put anything together here. And so your heart is being lit up here, okay? And you will be able to confront and deal with whatever you're needing to in order to make shit happen. And I do feel like you will be seen, appreciated, valued, and celebrated in this unfolding of this beautiful journey, whatever you're creating. And I do feel like there is this real soulful energy about you. It feels to really connect to your heart space. It's like you're really giving of your full self to whatever this is. This commitment to putting your project together or a relationship or the next drive, whatever gets you fired up. And we all get fired up for different reasons or different things. Okay, but I feel like there is this finally being seen, finally being celebrated, finally getting the recognition we deserve, finally feeling like I could take aim, I could take drive, I know what I want, and I feel confident to go after it. And it's like, I can do this thing. Okay, but it feels your whole self is buying into this thing. And so you're creating this, and maybe it's something you've held back on creating, or maybe you were forming this idea for some time, And I feel like it's having to work with the divine universe here with this temple path and being guided. So divine timing has definitely been in play. And look at this arrow and this arrow. It's like maybe if you took one step forward, it was like 2 steps back, or it just never felt like the right time. And it's like, Spirit, it feels frozen. Divine timing feels frozen. You know, and maybe feeling like we were stuck in some sort of endless sort of maze, or having to really get our bearings, because there does seem to be a lack of direction or a lot of confusion that you had to weed through. And it could be your own internal dialogue. It could be your circumstances. Okay, but it's like, I am now in a position to drive towards this and know what it is that I want, and allow the universe to guide me here, because I could see it, feel it. I'm not resisting it, and I'm in tune with it. And so there seems to be you having gone through a process of surrender already in order to allow. And so all of this work that you've been doing on releasing, surrendering, allowing the universe to guide you, to show you, maybe you've been plunging into your own deep emotions, asking yourself, what do I truly want? How do I truly feel? How can I express myself? What really matters to me? What will this look like? You know, this diligence is really like truly like not being impulsive so much as it is, I want to be in a position to act when I need to act, and move when I need to move. But it's coming from a place of true authenticity and soul. You know, I feel like your life is brought back online here, and anything that was keeping you stuck or blocked, it was part of this divine protection, okay, because it wasn't ready, or the universe said you weren't ready. Again, this is kind of overlapping with one. It's like whatever you were having to overcome and see and work through was much needed in order for you to then finally open up this path. So there's been a lot of just flying blind, and maybe in situations where we couldn't see anything at all. It's like, I can't see, but I trust. And this might have taken a long time, just trusting the divine with your full heart and soul. It's like, I'm just going to follow my intuition. I'm just going to follow my heart, but not being blind about it too, because it's like, is it my heart, or is it, you know, my ego, or is it me sort of, egoically driven by certain successes, or driven by my image, or driven by my understanding here, which might not necessarily make me happy. And so there's something about aligning your true happiness and purpose, allowing yourself to really sort of even expose yourself in a way here that is like committing to something truly and authentically from the heart space, through a really good understanding of what you want. And so there's a lot of confidence in spirit. There's a lot of confidence in yourself. There's a lot of confidence in this panning out for you. And so I feel you go after it. And I feel like you're very determined. You're very motivated. You're very confident. You're seen. You're recognized. I feel there's a lot of love. There's a lot of you wanting to be of service. And I feel like you're going to nurture whatever this beautiful thing is. But this is all through a process of divine guidance and this surrender. And I also feel like it's going to create your 3D world here in a financial way. It's going to impact you. So it might impact all your resources, maybe where you live, or how much money you make, or the world around you, you know, that's supporting you. And so this could go, like I say, financially. This could go resources, meaning the people, the community, the location, like it's in your 3D practical world. And it's now reflecting your value and your worth. This again ties to pile 1 in the 3D. And we're also seeing the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like there is, you know, you being with your soul tribe, or the right people, the right relationship, the right support here. You're not having to navigate on your own to create this venture or whatever this project is. So let's get a little bit of insight what this could be, because your readings seem very, very fast, but it's very clear. And then we'll pull some timeline to see if we could get some timeline, but it's very close to pile 1. Spirit, for pile 2, can we get a peek as to what is this blessing then? Where are they? So again, all of you guys, have a different aim, but I feel like you already know what this is. That's the thing of it. I think it's been stagnating, or it has been, you haven't been inspired to take action in this thing, because I feel like every time you might have tried, you might have got blocked, or just divine timing seemed very stuck, or you didn't have the right resource or the right people beside you to make this thing happen. It's like, I need to align this thing, or spirit needs to get it all sort of all the ducks in a row here. Okay, renewal, beautiful, reflection, self-evaluation, and rebirth. So this is the judgment, and this is the final awakening. This is a seeing your truths, and there's something here about this self, the full self here, self-evaluation. Okay, and this having to really sit with oneself here in order for one to understand, like understand why we might be creatively blocked, or why we have certain obstacles in our world. And it's like learning that we can accomplish anything, learning how to be diligent. Yeah, absolutely. And trusting the universe, because we can see it, we've experienced it. 7 of Air, awareness, caution, consequence. This is the 7 swords, and we have the Page of Cups. Sensitive, open-hearted, intuitive. This is child energy, but this is the heart innocence. So this is it, pile number 2. I feel like there was a version of you, okay, that was acting in line with some 7 sword energy, because this was the you that you knew. It could be a you that was less confident, a you that was untrusting of the universe, a you that didn't trust yourself, or a you that didn't trust the other. One that might have thought, I had to sort of fend for myself or strategize my way through something here on my own at the expense of maybe my happiness, or being completely honest and truthful with myself about what I want. And there's this truth coming online. It's like, I now see where I couldn't see before. I now see the false self, or where I might have been in denial, or sabotaging myself, or restricting myself, limiting myself, creating maybe challenge with others, because I wasn't allowing myself to be completely open here in this beautiful energy of vulnerability, because I'm trusting the universe, I'm trusting the situation, I'm opening my heart, I'm acting from a place of vulnerability, open-heartedness, compassion, I'm sensitive, and I am ready to be confident to lean into this energy to create whatever I need to without running away. I'm confronting, I'm dealing, and this is very strong intuition guidance here, okay? So yeah, I feel you're overcoming whatever was getting in the way of you being motivated to make it happen in your world. And as a result, I feel things really align. You're seen, and you create a world around you that's supportive financially, or just wealth, or a resource of people that helps support your vision here. So Spirit, timeline for this blessing for pile 2. What is the timeline? January. Well, we're right at the tail end, aren't we? No, we're already in February. 15. So 15's devil energy here. Has there been overcoming, or the liberation of something that you felt very stuck early this year? Because Spirit's saying, congratulations. It's like you overcame this thing, like all this fireworks, like this month. Okay, well, this month it's the early stage of February now when I'm recording, but if you're watching this, because this is timeless reading, it's like last month you overcame something. You freed yourself from a devil, or you saw where the chains were holding you back, or you saw your own 7 swords. You saw whatever was being needed to see last month. And so you're really being congratulated here by the universe. 53, by the end of the month. So we're at the beginning of February, so we could be seeing by the end of February or the end of this month, if you're not watching when I post. Okay, so 53, or the number 8 here. So we could be looking at the month of August. But we have Aquarius here, so we are in the season of Aquarius. So it could be, I don't know, like February 8th. That's fast approaching here. let's keep going and see what else we see. So by the end of the month, for some of you guys, this definitely could be unfolding. We can even have May 3rd, March 5th, that you definitely overcame last month. Something you were having to work through with that 7 swords. It's in the past, something you had to overcome first. So Spirit's really saying the overcoming of whatever you're needing to see and blow your, the trumpet of truth around this thing is freeing you towards this blessing unfolding, because your past was sort of getting in the way. Okay, so 6 is also this devilly energy, but it can also be the Lovers, which is a choice. So one more for timing here. Oh, we got 2. December, and we have the 26th. So that's very close to January. Maybe something between the 26th of January and the 15th of February has been very pivotal in your journey, potentially. Okay, so timing is pushed back due to blockages. So that's this devilly energy. And look at this divine guidance is stone. Maybe divine guidance seemed very stuck, blocked, not moving, not progressing. It's like, when will this move? But why is the universe stuck? It's like the universe saying, well, the blockage here was due to some devil energy in the past. A belief, okay, of a 7 swords belief and in denial, or needs to see some truth that needed to overcome in order for things to move. But really for timing, some of you guys could definitely be February with Aquarius. It could be the end of whatever month you're watching this thing. Could be all the way till December, even for some of you guys. I don't know when you're watching. Okay, so this year, by the end of this year, by the end of this month. So this is what I have, pile number 2. I hope this helped you, and I will see you guys at the next one. Bye-bye. Pile number 3, you guys picked the card of healing, and we're looking at your next major blessing coming towards you energetically. Let's lay these cards out and see what Spirit wants to communicate to you at this time. You guys can skip ahead and click on the timestamp if you want to go straight away to your channeled message. So we have the Spider with Create Magic. Beautiful. Some Scorpio energy. And we have Yin Yang. 22. 22 is all about divinely guided relationships, healthy energetic boundaries, diplomacy, peacemaker. Okay, but it's also a 4 here, which is structure, foundation, stability, and planning. So we have the masculine, the feminine, the yin, the yang, the light, the dark, coming together. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. Leave the past behind. This could be part of this healing. Okay, and then we have a full moon in Leo. Go wild. Wow. Okay, and then we have 26 with this moon, or this crescent shape jewel here. So an 8. 8 is the Leo number here. Okay, 8s are all about movement, change, attainment. So this is my ego number. So let's see. We have open up. You're being asked to open your heart to another, to let down your walls and trust that they want what's best for you. Your life will be open up. Your life will open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. Okay, and then we have faith. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet, still, you must do exactly that. Because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. All right. Tower in the Lenormand. So the Tower in the Lenormand talks about feeling isolated. It could talk about corporations or establishments. Okay, 6 swords is talking about moving away from something here. And then we have card 19, which is the Sun card. And Sun is this Leo energy, could be divine masculine energy. And then we have thought, more masculine energy with thought coming through. That's the swords. And then we have Hagalaz. So this rune talks about wrath of nature, destruction, uncontrolled forces, especially the weather, or with unconscious, tempering, testing, trial. This is Tower energy. Okay, which is the Great Awakener here. And then we have this card of Beatitude or Sacred Rapture, 29, or the number 11. And it says, a beatitude is a great blessing. Rapture is intensely pleasurable joy that elevates us into an experience of the divine. Such an encounter pulls us out of our despair and plugs us into the electrical current of enlightenment. Let your soul be refreshed and your heart nourished. Even though certain changes need to happen and are happening, everything is okay. There is something truly good and generous that is happening for you. You have the courage to let go of painful attachment to past difficulties and believe in the spiritual promise being offered to you now. Have faith. Something's being promised to you. Okay, potential. This mountain. And then we have these, I don't know, it looks like the 7 wonders of the world. What is that? Or the runes here, the rocks. Easter Island, kind of looks like. I don't know what these are called. I think there's a name for that type of stone. But anyway, let's pull the tarot and then we'll begin to channel what your message is here. Okay, so Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. What is the next major blessing coming through for pile 3? I won't be reading reversals. So we have the Emperor, Divine Masculine. This is organization, leadership, structure, Aries energy. And we have balance. This is yin yang. Okay, temperance, compromise, self-control, moderation, Sagittarius energy. And then we have the 7 of Cups, choices, overanalyzing, and procrastination. And we have the 8 of Swords, self-doubt, confusion, which could be the 7 of Cups, okay, and free will. So at the bottom of the deck, we have 9 of Swords. This came out for pile 1. So what's under 9 swords? We have the 2 of Pentacles. I'm not reading reversals. Let me tap into this energy and see. Okay, pile number 2, or 3. My goodness. Your message is so clear here, and your reading's probably going to be very fast too. Thank you, Spirit. Very fast readings today, except for one was a little long. Spirit is really talking about your state here, and your state right now could be completely upside down, okay? You could be completely feeling abandoned, alone, and feeling like you're completely in the dark. It's like I'm completely in the dark as to how anything will unfold here for my benefit. And Spirit is saying, in this reading, okay, about your next blessing, it is assuring you that a shift is taking place, whether you're aware of it or understand it logically, that's actually going to benefit you for the greatest and highest good, because this is going to free you of any ailments of the past that have kept you hostage to the past or stagnant to the past or something that needed to be healed of the past so that you could come into full balance with yourself. So you're coming into balance with self. What does that mean? That means I understand my emotions. I'm emotionally regulated. I have self-mastery over myself. I understand my capabilities. I'm confident to go after what I need. I feel regulated. I feel like I could trust the divine. I know that the divine is flowing through me. I have confidence to create what I want to create, and have faith when I can't see in front of me that Spirit is guiding me towards accomplishing whatever I need to. And so I don't need to hold myself back, and I don't need to overly exert myself in ways that maybe emotionally are draining or where I'm emotionally unregulated. And so as things fall apart here, because I do feel like you might be in a state where things might be falling apart or they're not quite clear. You're feeling, like I said, very restricted by your set of circumstances. You know, maybe you have to follow a certain thing of rules, or maybe you just feel very isolated, or maybe you just feel like you're racking your brain. It's like, this is really taking up a lot of my time, energy, and effort. And I keep thinking about how it could go and where it's going to go. And, you know, it's like, you understand that there's a future. It's like something could have a bunch of potential, but what does that mean? Can we accomplish anything here? Will potential manifest? What's going to happen? How will it transpire? Okay, and so Spirit is saying, Spirit is doing the heavy lifting. There is no heavy lifting you're needing to do. You don't need to place anything where it needs to place. The only thing you need to do is learn to trust Spirit by surrendering, opening yourself up, not getting lost in your own mind. And if your emotions are dysregulated, being able to temper oneself and observe and identify whenever we have thought stories that keep us feeling like we're stuck or keep us limited, which doesn't allow us to move forward when we're being called to the plate. Okay, so the only confusion you're feeling, I feel right now, is one that's self-induced because we have too much thought about something and then it fires up our emotional system, which could obviously lead us down a path and we could feel even more confused. And so I feel like you know that there's a dream. You know that there's a vision of potential. There's something that you're wanting and you have no idea how it's going to come together. It's like, spirits, there's just way too many ways this can go. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I don't even know how I'm going to pull this off. I don't even know if I can carry this thing or what I'm supposed to carry. Okay, and so those questions are fair, but they don't need to happen here. Spirit is saying, this is going to unfold whether you know or don't know. You're not required to do anything. All you're going to be doing is observing, or you're getting in your own way with your own anxiety, your own limiting thoughts, overanalyzing, trying to conjure up what you think you need to conjure up here, and getting in the way of you being balanced and having patience to work with spirit. The spirit unfolds this beautiful magic, because what is unfolding here is absolutely beautiful, because it is the highest potential of what it is that you are wanting to attain. And like I always say, for all of you guys, we all have our eye on a different vision of what we want. And so I feel like you already have an understanding of what it is you want, but you have no idea of how it will manifest or get traction here. And so why is it being pushed out sort of like a carrot or sort of like a thing? Because Spirit is saying the most important thing here is the healing and the releasing of the things here that have been generated from the past experiences, past relationships, past disappointments, past understandings that have really limited you, that have kept you in an energy that didn't allow you to go after what is being put in front of you. Because had you not healed whatever this was, the past version of you would have been maybe dysregulated and might have overthought and maybe didn't have enough confidence, or maybe was in a different energy to engage differently in something here that was needing to unfold to its max potential. And so Spirit wants you to engage in a way here where there's confidence, but there's balance, and there is this ability for you to regulate. And here it says compromise, okay? But compromise can sometimes not be the greatest thing if we have to compromise of ourselves in great ways that keep us playing small or don't allow us to align. And Spirit is saying, this is all letting go of any areas where you might have had to play small, might have had to compromise, might have had to rejig yourself in a way. It's like there's no rejigging of you. There's just allowing yourself to move with spirit, to have faith in this unfoldment, to leave whatever you need to leave in the rear view mirror, okay? Because spirit is trying to heal a lot of your own thoughts that keep you sort of stuck with the overanalyzing. And all of this stuff is unnecessary. You don't need to overanalyze. You don't have to concoct any plan here. Okay, Spirit saying you're capable of accomplishing this beautiful thing. So let's see, what is this beautiful thing? Can we at least get a peek as to what this could be about for pile number 3? I feel like you've been racking your brain over how to do this, how it's going to come together, whether you'd be able to pull it off, or I don't know, feeling very much like bound by maybe your own circumstance that has been limiting or isolating in some way for some of you guys. 7 of Earth. You've been giving to it already. You've been investing. It hasn't produced. And so it's like racking my brain. Am I giving it enough water? Is it getting enough sunlight? Is the soil right? Like, do I gotta keep maintaining this thing? Okay, patience coming through very strong here. And this Temperance is all about patience. So I've been giving to this thing, investing in this thing, and there's spirits beside you, this guidance. Okay, so you've already been watering this thing, nurturing this thing that hasn't produced. It's been just potential up until now. And here he's looking at all this fruit. It's like finally the fruit and the patience is worn off. This investment has paid off. Okay, paid off. So transformation, Tower energy, Hegawaz. Okay, realization, life change, liberation. This is shifting. This is major arcana. The universe controls this. This has nothing to do with whether you're capable of lining it up. Universe just, divine timing says it's time. Here's the change. The realization comes. You don't have to rack your brain around it. Whatever you need to know will come through as a download, as a realization, as a dream, as your next move. Something is going to come through that gives you clarity. Okay, but it's all in regards to the maintenancing of something you were trying to produce here. Release. So this is this release the past and this healing. Okay, endings, transformation, and freedom. So the minute you're free of the past, and you're free to explore the future. We can't be in the past wanting to explore the future. If we have one foot in the past, then there's no way we can move towards the new. So Spirit is saying, I am freeing you. And you're going to be like this phoenix, okay, rising from the ashes, meaning everything that was in the past that needs to be left behind must be dissolved. Tower dissolves, deconstructs it so that you can be reborn for the new. And this whole process is transformative because it's healing you. It's leaving the past behind. It's allowing you to be free and liberated. It is the you in which you're actually creating here in this process of nurturing whatever you are nurturing, because I do feel you're nurturing a goal, investing in something. You could have been putting a lot of time and energy, and throughout this process, you are actually investing in yourself, in your healing, in your transformation. Okay, and so, yeah, and for all of you guys, whatever you are trying to nurture here is your thing, your baby, your specific purpose. Okay, this is going to provide fruit for you. So let's see for timing here, because we see divine timing. Can we get any indication of time for this pile? Is there going to be anything in regards to timing that pile 3 can take a look at here? Okay, now I'm going to pull a few cards because it's not all going to be relevant for every single one of you guys, but we'll try to make sense of the story with time regarding this blessing. So July, that's very straightforward. This is the 21st of July. Could even be the 3rd of July. Now, if there's something that you've been working on since July, or this is symbolizing something for you, maybe a birthday and anniversary of this thing you've been cultivating, then there could be different timing that pulls through here. Okay, but let's see. What else for timing? It's going to be confirmations, like you've been watering this thing since July. And we have timing is pushed back due to blockages. So why has it been stuck, spirits? Why is it taking so long? It's like the past needed to be released. The healing needed to happen. Whatever blocks were needing to happen needed to be dissolved here in order for there to be movement, for you to be reborn. You have to release for us to have our hands free. Next winter with the 14. So some of you guys, it could be manifesting in next winter. Okay, we're coming into the springtime right now, but we have the number 5 here, or the number 14. So May 14 could be a significant date here. Next winter. And patience is not, it's not time yet. So patience. So I do feel like either, well, we'll pull one more, but I do feel like all of these messages are still pushing it out. You know, July, May, and next winter. To have patience here. We still have things we're releasing here, which is why we're sort of maybe not able to partake in the new beginning just yet, because something's still frozen here with this winter. Okay, timing is much further in the future. 57. So I feel like this is due to this block, and Spirit is saying if there's still blockages, this is going to keep pushing this blessing out into the future. Okay, and as we thaw out these 8 swords and the 9 swords, excuse me, then we're able to start to see the fruit growing. And fruit doesn't grow in the winter time. Okay, and so in the summer, I feel like there's something about it's manifesting when things heat up, when things are thawed. So even though we have a next winter, I feel like there's something about summer energy, heat, you know, clarity coming through. When you get clear about something that's confusing right now, it comes to you as a download, like we saw, as a sudden revelation of sorts, a realization that thaws something, that removes the obstacle. It's not frozen, you know, and maybe it's like one more major obstacle, one more block we have to work through here. There's one more thing that's thawing out that needs to be healed. It's attached to your past. It's in the way. Okay, and once that thaws out, then you can move forward. Then it's like patience while you deal with this thing, trust and faith in the divine, and while you work and heal through this thing, which could lead you into July. Okay, so this obstacle could be from now till July. Okay, and then of course my readings are timeless, so if you're not watching when I post, then all of those times and dates could sound familiar. We also have March here, we have May here, okay, July, next winter, and just it keeps pushing out dependent on how flexible you are with your healing, with your release, with your being able to work with spirit, with whatever you're being asked to do, because the biggest challenge here is working through the 8 swords, self-doubt, and getting wrapped up in your mind about how you're going to do something that doesn't require a how at all. Okay, not at all. I'm just surrendering to spirit, opening up and saying, spirit, take the wheel, allow whatever needs to fall. I'll let go of whatever of the past is sort of haunting me or keeping me stuck. Let me create this magic. I have the ability to move forward and work with you and be confident to create this thing here. But I feel you're following spirit. Spirit's guiding you and you're following spirit. Okay? So whatever you're capable of doing is through spirit, or spirit through you, however you want to word that. All right, beautiful angels, this is your reading. It's a beautiful blessing here because I do feel it's going to free you and it's going to align you with your greatest potential here to accomplish something very beautiful that you've already started, that feels sort of frozen or stuck here, okay? So work on releasing the past, or work on trusting spirit, having faith in where spirit's guiding you, and know that this is a healing process that takes you one step closer to your manifestation as you release. All right, I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.